The Germany one, Pfennig 1950. Large date with the G mint mark in circulated condition. This coin is particularly interesting not just because of its age, but because of the historical context surrounding it and the scarcity that drives its demand. In the aftermath of World War II, Germany was in a period of rebuilding and reorganization. The one Pfennig coin, along with other denominations, was struck as part of this reconstruction phase, with the country using these coins to re-establish its economy. The 1950 issue is especially significant because it was one of the first coins minted after Germany's post-war reconstruction. The minting of this coin marked a transition for the German economy from the wartime period to the more stable and prosperous era that followed. Germany was in the early stages of its recovery, and currency played an essential role in this recovery. The design of the 1951 Pfennig coin is relatively simple but meaningful. On the obverse, it features a small image of an oak twig, which is a symbol of strength and resilience, fitting for a country recovering from the devastation of war. This simple design reflects the nation's spirit during this time. The reverse shows the denomination, 1 Pfennig, along with the mint mark, G, which indicates that this coin was minted in Karlsruhe, Germany. The use of the G mint mark is important because it helps collectors trace the coin back to its origin, adding an extra layer of value to the piece. Now, let's talk about the rarity and market value of this coin. As with many coins, the value of the 1951 Pfennig has increased significantly over the years due to its historical importance and the fact that it is not commonly found in pristine condition. Circulated coins like the one we're discussing today are typically valued less than their uncirculated counterparts, but this 1950 coin remains valuable due to its low mintage numbers and the specific conditions under which it was minted. The total mintage of the 1951 Pfennig coin was limited, and while the exact number of coins minted is difficult to pinpoint, estimates suggest that the number was significantly lower than that of many other coins produced during the same period. The scarcity of these coins in good condition is a major driver of their high auction prices today. Collectors who are focused on German coins from the post-war era, or those who specialize in rare European currency, often seek this coin to complete their collection. In terms of collector interest, the 1951 Pfennig coin has garnered attention for a few reasons. Firstly, it holds historical significance as a representation of post-war Germany and its efforts to rebuild. Secondly, the coin's rarity in good condition makes it highly sought after by those who appreciate the craftsmanship and history behind it. Errors on the coin, although rare, can further increase its value. For example, some coins have been found with slight imperfections in the minting process, such as misaligned designs or improperly struck numbers. These errors can make the coin even more desirable to collectors, pushing its value into the 10,000 plus range in some auctions. As we can see, the 1951 Pfennig with the G mint mark in circulated condition has a market value that is on the rise. Collectors are constantly searching for coins like this, with historical significance and unique features that set them apart from other coins. The high demand, paired with the coin's rarity, means that it can fetch impressive sums at auctions today. If you happen to find one in your collection, or if you're in the market for rare German coins, keep an eye out for this particular piece. It could prove to be a significant investment. Now, we have another coin that has captivated the attention of collectors, the Germany 20 Pfennig 1983 large date with the A mint mark. Unlike the previous coin, this one is found in a dirty condition, but that hasn't stopped it from commanding a surprisingly high price in today's auction market. In fact, even in this condition, the coin has been known to fetch prices that are quite extraordinary, reaching values that are well over $77,000 depending on the specific circumstances of the auction. Let's start by examining the history and background of this coin. The 20 Pfennig was part of the German currency system from the post-War era, and like the 10 Pfennig, it was a staple in the daily transactions of the German public. The 1983 20 Pfennig coin is particularly interesting because it was part of the transition period where Germany was still using the Deutsche Mark, but the influence of the upcoming introduction of the euro was already being felt. The 20 Pfennig coin from this year, like others, carries both historical and symbolic significance, representing the final years of the Deutsche Mark. The large date on the 1983 coin is a key feature. In many cases, date variations on coins, particularly in terms of size or style, can significantly impact their value. The larger date on this 20 Pfennig coin makes it stand out from the regular 20 Pfennig issues that were produced in the years before. Collectors and investors alike are drawn to these variants because they offer something different from the more common coins in circulation. The A mint mark on this coin indicates it was produced at the Berlin Mint, another one of Germany's major mints. The mint marks on German coins are crucial in identifying the origin of the coin and can add value depending on the rarity of the mint and the year of production. The Berlin Mint is one of the oldest and most renowned mints in Europe, and its coins are highly regarded by collectors worldwide. Despite the coin being in dirty condition, its value has held strong in the market due to the scarcity of this particular variant. Coins in dirty condition may not fetch as high a price as those in pristine condition, but the 1983 20 Pfennig with the large date and A mint mark still carries significant collector value. It is important to note that while dirty coins are often less desirable than those in uncirculated condition, they can still hold substantial worth, especially if they have historical importance or rarity. The mintage of the 1983 20 Pfennig coin is estimated to be fairly high compared to some other years, but due to the large date and the A mint mark, this specific variation has become relatively rare over time. As with many other coins, the condition plays a major role in determining value, but the unique features of this particular piece have elevated its market price. Collectors are often willing to overlook minor imperfections or dirt, especially if the coin has the potential to increase in value over time. The market for this coin is driven not only by its rarity, but also by the growing interest in German coins from the late 20th century. As the country moved toward the euro, many collectors sought out coins from the final years of the Deutsche Mark as part of a historical collection. The 1983 20 Pfennig coin, particularly with the large date and A mint mark, has become one of the sought-after pieces from this era. In terms of collector interest, this coin has garnered attention from both European collectors and those looking for international rarities. It has become a symbol of the end of an era in German currency and a reminder of the significant transition that the country underwent in the years leading up to the introduction of the euro. Collectors who focus on coins with historical significance find great value in owning a piece of this history, even if the coin is not in pristine condition. When this coin appears at auction, it often surprises buyers with its high market value, even in a dirty state. It's not uncommon for a 1983 20 Pfennig coin in this condition to command prices that soar into the 80,000 plus range. This demonstrates the strong demand and the value collectors place on such rare and historically significant coins. In conclusion, the 1983 Germany 20 Pfennig with large date and A mint mark is a fascinating coin with a rich history and a robust market value. Despite its dirty condition, its rarity and collector interest continue to drive its price up, making it a highly sought-after item for anyone looking to add a valuable piece of German numismatic history to their collection. If you happen to come across one of these coins, you're holding a potential treasure that could prove to be an excellent investment for the future. That is the Germany 10 Pfennig, 1993 large date with the F mint mark, which has been making waves in the coin collecting community. At first glance, it may look like a typical German 10 Pfennig coin, but this particular issue stands out for its rarity and exceptional collector interest. This coin, in fine condition, holds a value that many would find astonishing, with auction results hitting well above the $20,000 mark. To understand why, let's delve into the history and background of this coin. The 10 Pfennig coin was introduced as part of Germany's currency system in 1948, following the end of World War II. However, the 1993 issue is significant because it represents the last series of Pfennig coins that were struck before Germany transitioned to the euro in 2002. The 10 Pfennig coin was a regular circulation coin during the 1990s, but this 1993 issue, with the large date and the F mint mark, was produced in limited numbers compared to other years. The F mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Karlsruhe Mint, one of Germany's most well-known mints. While most German 10 Pfennig coins from this era were relatively abundant, this particular variant has become rare, especially in fine condition. The large date on the coin's obverse is another key feature that has sparked interest among collectors. The larger size of the numbers was a deliberate design change, making this coin more visually distinct than its smaller counterparts. The coin's reverse features a traditional design with a small oak twig and the denomination of 10 Pfennig displayed in an elegant font. But it's the obverse of the coin, which features the German federal eagle, that has become the focal point of collectors. The size of the date and the mint mark are crucial to identifying this coin, and if you come across one in fine condition, it's a prized piece in any collection. In terms of mintage, the 1993 10 Pfennig large date coin is rare due to its relatively low production compared to other coins of the same series. The exact number of coins minted at the F mint mark is not widely available, but estimates place the mintage at just a few million pieces, making it far scarcer than many of its counterparts. Even though it was produced in the early 1990s, its limited availability and high demand among collectors have driven its market value to incredible heights. Collectors are drawn to this coin for several reasons. First, its place in the history of German currency makes it an essential piece for those interested in the country's economic and political history during the final years before the euro was introduced. The coin's unique design, particularly the large date, makes it visually distinct from other 10 Pfennig coins, which only adds to its appeal. Finally, its rarity and fine condition makes it a coveted piece for both collectors and investors who are looking to capitalize on the growing demand for rare European coins. When this coin comes up for auction, especially in fine or better condition, it often sells for much higher than most might expect. As of recent auctions, the 10 Pfennig 1993 with the F mint mark in fine condition has been fetching prices that have soared to around $20,000 or even higher. This is especially true for coins that come with pristine provenance or have been certified by professional grading organizations. The rarity, historical context, and collector interest have all combined to push this coin's value into the rarefied air of high-value coins. The investment potential for this coin is immense, and for good reason. With only a limited number of coins in fine or better condition, and with demand continuing to increase, this coin is poised to continue appreciating in value. The 1993 10 Pfennig is not just a collectible, it's a piece of German history that tells the story of the country's transition from the Deutsche Mark to the euro. As the years pass, the 10 Pfennig 1993 large date with F mint mark will only become more desirable. For those fortunate enough to own one, it's not just a coin. It's an investment that can yield significant returns as the coin collecting market continues to evolve. If you're a serious collector or investor, this is one coin you'll want to keep on your radar. Next up, the 20 Pfennig, 1969. Large date coin is a piece of history, a prime example of how something seemingly ordinary can become extraordinarily valuable under the right conditions. This particular coin, the 1969 version, stands out among collectors not just for its design and age, but also for the unique set of circumstances that led to it becoming one of the most sought-after pieces in German numismatics. Let's take a step back in time and understand the context in which the 20 Pfennig 1969 was minted. The coin was produced during the period of the Deutsche Mark, Germany's official currency at the time. The 20 Pfennig denomination was one of several coins in circulation throughout West Germany during the late 1960s. In this era, the country was experiencing a period of economic stability and growth, with the German economy rapidly recovering after the devastation of World War II. This period, known as the Wirtschaftswunder, economic miracle, was marked by an increasing standard of living, industrial expansion, and the rise of consumerism. The 20 Pfennig coin from 1969 was minted with a large date design, a significant feature that set it apart from previous issues. The large date version was produced in relatively high numbers, but because of various factors, including a change in design preferences and a shift in coin production, a significant portion of these coins have been removed from circulation, making the surviving specimens quite rare today. But here's the kicker. This coin is one of the few that doesn't carry any mint mark, a feature that adds a layer of intrigue for collectors. Mint marks are typically found on coins to indicate the mint where they were produced. But in 1969, there was an anomaly. Some 20 Pfennig coins from this year were struck without any mint mark, which makes them highly desirable. While this was not necessarily a minting error, it is believed that the lack of a mint mark was due to a temporary decision or oversight in the coin production process. Whatever the reason, this oversight has elevated the coin's status among collectors, as mint-marked coins from this era are more common, making this particular 1969 coin with no mint mark an exciting discovery. Now, let's talk about the condition of this specific 20 Pfennig 1969 coin. While it is in what we might refer to as dirty condition, this does not diminish its value. In fact, coins like this are often more valuable when they have a patina or surface wear because they tell the story of their journey through time. The patina on this coin might not have come from the careful handling of a numismatist, but rather from years of being in circulation, making it a unique example of the coin's history. With a mintage of over 100 million for the 20 Pfennig 1969 coin as a whole, it might seem like this would be a common coin to find. However, coins in this dirty condition, especially with no mint mark, are quite rare and hold a premium value. This particular coin, due to its unique attributes, has fetched as much as $100,000 at auction in some cases, depending on its exact condition and demand at the time of sale. The market for these coins has seen a surge, particularly among collectors who are keen to own pieces from such an interesting and unique period in German history. Collectors are particularly interested in the 20 Pfennig 1969 for a number of reasons. First, the coin's historical context, produced at the height of West Germany's post-war economic recovery, adds a layer of significance. Second, its design is a classic example of the style prevalent in German coins of the time, featuring the iconic German eagle, a symbol of strength and resilience. The obverse of the coin displays a large stylized eagle in flight, symbolizing freedom, while the reverse features the denomination and year of issue, along with a border of small stars. The simple yet striking design is one that resonates with many collectors who appreciate the elegance and understated beauty of mid-20th century coinage. In addition to these factors, the coin's rarity and condition make it highly desirable. While the 1969 large date without mint mark might seem like a small detail to some, to collectors, it's a game changer. Coins like these are more than just currency. They are tangible pieces of history, holding stories of economic transformations and cultural shifts. We're talking about the Beatrix Nederland 5 Euro cents coin from the Royal Dutch Mint, especially the version in dirty condition. This may come as a surprise to some, but this particular coin in less than ideal state has fetched astronomical prices at auctions, with some reaching over $20,000. But why does a coin in such a condition carry such an incredible value? Let's dive into the history, design features, and the factors that contribute to its unique market standing. The Beatrix Nederland 5 Euro cents coin was issued in 1989 to commemorate the reign of Queen Beatrix of the Netherlands. What makes this coin particularly interesting is the historical context surrounding its release. Queen Beatrix, who ascended the throne in 1980, became a beloved figure in Dutch history, and coins commemorating her reign were sought after by both collectors and the general public. Although 5 Euro cents coins were meant for circulation, they quickly became collectors' items because of their association with the royal family and the Dutch monarchy. Now, what sets this particular coin apart from other similar coins in the market is its condition. Typically, coins in pristine or near-mint condition are valued higher in the numismatic world. However, the dirty condition of this coin, which means it shows visible signs of wear, corrosion, or tarnish, has actually led to a surge in interest. This is because, over the years, certain rare and limited mintage coins have become more desirable to collectors who seek out coins with a unique story. The dirt, wear, and patina on this coin are perceived as part of its historical journey, and for many collectors, it gives the coin character. The concept of patina has become a fascinating area of interest, as it tells the story of the coin's circulation, handling, and history, which can often increase its value when viewed in a historical context. As for the design features, the coin features a beautiful portrait of Queen Beatrix on one side, with her name and the year of issue inscribed. The reverse side displays the value of the coin, 5 Euro cents, along with a symbolic motif representing the Dutch monarchy. The simple yet elegant design has become iconic in the world of numismatics. While the coin's value in circulated condition is relatively low, coins that have specific unique conditions or error features can rise in value significantly. For instance, some rare versions of this coin with subtle design errors or unique characteristics have reached auction prices in the hundreds of thousands, depending on the demand and the rarity of the specific coin in question. The mintage numbers for this coin are also a key factor. While the Dutch mint produced a large number of 5 euro cents coins, only a select few were kept in excellent condition or maintained over time without signs of wear. The scarcity of these well-preserved examples, especially those that have not been cleaned or altered, plays a significant role in their market value. In contrast, the dirty condition might suggest a high-traffic coin that was in circulation for many years, and the uniqueness of these coins is what makes them so intriguing to collectors who focus on rarity and the story behind the coin's journey. This coin's value has been driven not only by its rarity but also by its significance in the history of Dutch currency and the personal connection to the Dutch royal family. Collectors who specialize in coins related to royalty, as well as those interested in the history of European currencies, have elevated the value of these coins. The dirty condition coins, rather than being seen as less desirable, are often sought after because they reflect a piece of history that was in the hands of everyday people, further adding to the coin's allure. At the auction block, this coin has been known to fetch upwards of $21,000, especially when it carries unique features such as misprints or unusual wear patterns that are hard to replicate. Some collectors, particularly those focused on European royal numismatics, have been willing to pay a premium for these rare examples, which is why it remains one of the most valuable coins in the current auction market today. Next, moving on to our next coin, which is another fascinating piece from Germany, the 2 Pfennig 1979 large date with the G mint mark, a non-magnetic coin in good condition. This coin holds a different kind of appeal compared to the 1 Pfennig, but it's no less valuable in the eyes of collectors. Let's dive into the history and significance of the 1979 2 Pfennig coin. The 2 Pfennig 1979 coin was minted during an era when Germany had fully recovered from the horrors of World War II and had become a leading economic power in Europe. The 1970s were a time of relative prosperity for West Germany, and the coin reflects the economic stability of the era. Unlike the post-war 1950 coin, the 1979 2 Pfennig coin was produced in a time when Germany had become a symbol of recovery and strength. The country's currency had been stabilized, and the 2 Pfennig coin was part of the day-to-day transactions of the population. The design of the 2 Pfennig 1979 coin is quite different from the 1950 issue. On the obverse, the coin features a simple but elegant design, 2 ears of wheat, which symbolize the agricultural roots of Germany, as well as the country's prosperity in the post-war era. Wheat, being a staple crop, also reflects the stability that Germany had regained during this time. The reverse of the coin displays the denomination, 2 Pfennig, and the mint mark G, indicating that it was minted in Karlsruhe. The clean, straightforward design of this coin reflects the pragmatic nature of the era in which it was produced. One of the most unique aspects of the 1979 2 Pfennig coin is that it is a non-magnetic piece. Most coins are made from materials that are magnetic to some extent, but this coin was made with a composition that does not attract magnets. This feature makes it stand out from other coins of the same denomination, as it was a deliberate choice made by the German mint at the time. The use of non-magnetic metal in the minting of this coin was part of an effort to create more durable currency that could withstand wear and tear over time. This non-magnetic characteristic has led to increased interest from collectors, as it makes the coin more unique and harder to find compared to other similar coins from the same period. The 1979 2 Pfennig coin is also valuable due to its low mintage numbers. While it wasn't as scarce as the 1951 Pfennig, the 1979 2 Pfennig coin is still relatively rare, especially in good condition. Many of these coins were circulated heavily and are now difficult to find in high-grade or uncirculated conditions. Coins that have survived in good condition are highly sought after by collectors, which drives up their value. Like the 1951 Pfennig, any imperfections in the coin, such as minor minting errors or slight wear, can impact its value. Market values for the 1979 2 Pfennig coin have been on the rise, particularly due to the non-magnetic feature, the unique design, and the coin's historical context. In today's auction market, well-preserved examples of this coin have been known to sell for as much as $12,000 or more, depending on the condition and the buyer's interest. The fact that it is a non-magnetic coin adds an extra layer of intrigue for collectors who specialize in unusual coin characteristics. Additionally, the G mint mark gives the coin provenance, adding to its appeal for collectors who focus on coins from specific mints in Germany. Like the 1951 Pfennig coin, the 1979 2 Pfennig has a strong collector following. The interest in this coin is driven by the combination of its rarity, historical significance, and unique features. As with many coins, the value of the 2 Pfennig coin can fluctuate based on market demand, but its status as a non-magnetic piece makes it an attractive investment for collectors who are looking for rare, distinctive coins that offer something different from the norm. In conclusion, the 1979 2 Pfennig with the G mint mark and non-magnetic composition is an excellent example of how certain characteristics can drive a coin's value to impressive heights. Its historical context, unique features, and relative rarity make it a prized possession for collectors, and its market value reflects the growing demand for such coins. If you're looking to add an iconic piece of German numismatic history to your collection, this coin should definitely be on your radar. Now, let's move on to another extremely valuable coin, the Ireland 5 Euro Cents 2003 in circulated damaged dots condition. At first glance, this may seem like an unusual coin to be featured for its high auction value, especially considering its circulated damaged dots condition. However, don't let that fool you. This coin is a prime example of how even coins with imperfections can become highly coveted among collectors, especially when their history, rarity, and distinctive features are taken into account. The Ireland 5 Euro Cents 2003 coin is a part of the same euro currency series that Finland adopted in 2002. Ireland, like Finland, joined the Eurozone at the start of 2002, and the Irish Mint began producing coins with designs that symbolize the nation's heritage and ties to the European Union. The 5 Euro Cents 2003 coin features the Irish harp, which is a symbol of the country's rich cultural history and has been a national emblem for centuries. The harp is surrounded by a cluster of stars, representing Ireland's membership in the European Union. The design is elegant, simple, and unmistakably Irish, which makes this coin a popular choice for collectors interested in Eurozone coins. Despite its relatively simple design, the value of the Ireland 5 Euro Cents 2003 coin has risen significantly in the auction market, especially when it's in a circulated damaged dots condition. The key factor here is the coin's rarity in this particular condition. Coins that have been damaged during circulation, such as those that have visible damaged dots, small marks or scratches on the surface, are usually not highly prized in general. However, this particular coin has garnered attention because of the rarity of finding one with these specific types of damage, as well as the fact that the 2003 mintage was lower compared to other years. When this coin was first minted, it had a circulation of approximately 190 million coins. However, over time, a significant portion of these coins became heavily worn due to their use in everyday transactions. Some coins, especially those that were struck with visible imperfections like damaged dots, were either discarded or left in less than pristine condition. This makes coins like the Ireland 5 Euro Cents 2003 in circulated damaged dots condition incredibly rare, as most of the surviving examples are not in collectible shape. Those that do remain in decent condition with these specific imperfections are highly sought after. The damaged dots on this coin are of particular interest to collectors because they are not common on all coins. The dots themselves are thought to be caused by the minting process, but some are also believed to be the result of handling during the coin's time in circulation. What makes this coin stand out is how collectors view these damage marks. For some, these imperfections only add to the coin's character, making it more desirable. The scarcity of coins with this type of damage creates a demand that drives up the value of the Ireland 5 Euro cents 2003 coin. It's a bit of a paradox, a coin with damage that adds to its allure. In today's auction market, this coin can fetch prices upwards of $12,000, with some high-end auctions even pushing the value closer to $20,000 or more. The price is dependent on the severity and placement of the damage dots, with coins that have the most interesting or unique patterns of damage being the most valuable. Additionally, the demand for Irish coins, particularly those that have a connection to the early days of the Eurozone, has been on the rise in recent years. Similar to the Finland 5 Euro cents 2002, the Ireland 5 Euro cents 2003 coin has also become a collector's item because of its status as one of the early euro coins. As more collectors and investors focus on the historical significance of the euro's introduction, coins from the early 2000s are becoming more valuable. Additionally, as fewer and fewer coins from this series remain in circulation or in good condition, the rarity of these coins becomes even more pronounced, adding to their appeal in the market. What's particularly fascinating about this coin is how the auction market has shifted over time. Initially, the Ireland 5 Euro cents 2003 was not viewed as particularly valuable. However, as the years passed and more collectors began to appreciate the intricacies of euro coinage and the rare features of damaged coins, the market for this particular coin surged. If you're looking for a coin that tells a unique story and holds significant value, the Ireland 5 Euro cents 2003 in circulated damaged dots condition is one to watch in today's auctions. Next up, the Germany 2 Pfennig, 1969. Large date with J mint mark. Circulated, dirty condition. This coin is an interesting and highly sought-after piece for collectors who specialize in German currency. The 2 Pfennig coins from Germany have long been an essential part of the country's history, and this specific 1969 issue with the J mint mark carries an additional appeal due to its unique features and rarity in certain conditions. Despite being in circulated, dirty condition, the value of this particular coin has been steadily increasing, with some estimates reaching values well above $20,000 in auctions, primarily due to its market rarity and collector demand. The historical context behind the Germany 2 Pfennig is crucial to understanding its significance. The coin was part of the currency system used in West Germany, which was in circulation from 1949 until reunification in 1990. The German mark was an essential part of the country's recovery after World War II, and small denomination coins like the 2 Pfennig became everyday currency, circulating widely. Over the years, as Germany progressed economically, the need for these small denominations decreased, and many of these coins were withdrawn from circulation. The 1969 issue was one of the last years in which the 2 Pfennig coins were minted before the introduction of the euro, marking a transition in Germany's monetary system. The 2 Pfennig coins from this era were minted at multiple locations across the country, and each mint produced different variants with its own mint mark. The J mint mark, specific to the Hamburg mint, is one of the more notable marks for this series, especially for coins from this particular year. What sets this coin apart is its mintage. In total, around 82 million of these 2 Pfennig coins were produced in 1969. But due to their small size and limited value at the time, many of these coins were either hoarded, lost, or simply worn down through use. In fact, most 2 Pfennig coins found today are either in poor condition or heavily circulated, meaning that finding a well-preserved version of this coin can be quite difficult. In particular, the 1969 J mint mark coins are rarer to come by in any condition, let alone one with high collectible value. This specific coin's value, despite its dirty, circulated condition, is influenced by a few factors. First, the inherent rarity of the J mint mark, combined with the fact that most of the 1969 2 Pfennig coins have already been scrapped or damaged over time, creates a situation where collectors are willing to pay a premium for those still in existence. Additionally, the historical importance of this coin, representing a crucial period in post-war German history and its final years before the transition to the euro, adds to its appeal. Collectors are particularly interested in this coin for its potential to increase in value as more time passes, particularly as fewer of these coins are found in good condition. while the general market value for most circulated coins might hover around a few dollars or less. This particular 2 Pfennig coin with the J Mint mark has commanded higher auction prices, reaching upwards of $20,000 due to its rarity, historical significance, and demand among collectors specializing in German numismatics. One key aspect that adds to the appeal of this coin is its design. The 2 Pfennig coins from this era feature a simple yet distinctive design. On the obverse side, you will find an image of the German eagle, a symbol of national strength and pride, facing left with its wings spread wide. The reverse side features the denomination and the country name, Bundesrepublik Deutschland, encircled by a wreath of oak leaves. This classic design is quintessential to the post-war German numismatic aesthetic and offers a clear glimpse into the values and motifs that defined the period. Collectors, however, also pay close attention to the potential for errors in minting. In particular, the 1969 issue had a few varieties that differed slightly in design, and some were struck with slightly off-center punches, resulting in misaligned coins. While these error coins are relatively rare, they are highly valuable in the collector market and can often fetch significantly higher prices than regular coins, especially if the error is visually prominent. In conclusion, the 2 Pfennig 1969 with the J Mint mark, even in its circulated dirty condition, has managed to retain and even grow its value due to its rarity, historical importance, and the growing interest from collectors specializing in German coins. As the supply of these coins continues to dwindle over time, their value will likely continue to rise, making this a valuable addition to any collection, especially for those who appreciate the historical context behind each coin they acquire. Focus to the next coin in our lineup. The Germany 5 Pfennig 1976 large date with F mint mark. The Germany 5 Pfennig 1976 coin is another fascinating piece of German currency that is not only historically significant, but also has a strong place in the world of coin collecting. This particular coin, bearing the F mint mark, is a beautiful representation of German numismatic design and is highly valued in the market, especially in good condition. While it may not quite reach the astronomical values of some rarer coins, its worth is steadily climbing, with auction estimates ranging anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000, depending on its condition and the buyer's willingness to pay for the historical context and rarity. First, let's delve into the background of the coin itself. The 5 Pfennig coin was first introduced in the early 20th century, and it remained in circulation throughout the years as part of the German currency system. The coin was widely used throughout both the Weimar Republic and the Federal Republic of Germany, and it served as an important small denomination currency piece. In 1976, the country was still under the currency system of the Deutsche Mark, which had been in place since the post-euphoria recovery of the nation. The 1976 5 Pfennig coin features a relatively simple yet iconic design. On the obverse side, you'll find the German eagle, a symbol of the country's national strength and independence. On the reverse side, the coin prominently displays the denomination, with the 5 standing out clearly, encircled by a stylized oak leaf design, further adding to the coin's aesthetic appeal. As for the minting details, 1976 saw the production of several million 5 Pfennig coins, but the total mintage was much lower than the mintage of the 2 Pfennig coins from the same year. These 5 Pfennig coins were produced across several mint locations, each marked with a distinct mint mark. D for Munich, F for Stuttgart, G for Karlsruhe, and J for Hamburg. However, the F mint mark coins from 1976 are the most sought after by collectors, primarily due to their lower mintage numbers and the overall scarcity of well-preserved examples in the market today. The value of this coin, in good condition, is largely influenced by the combination of factors such as its historical context, rarity, and aesthetic appeal. The 5 Pfennig coin from this year holds particular significance because it was produced during a time of economic stability in West Germany. As the country was experiencing rapid growth and modernization during the 1970s, these smaller denomination coins became increasingly irrelevant in daily life, and thus many were either hoarded, lost, or damaged over time. This means that finding a well-preserved example is relatively rare, especially in good condition, making it highly desirable for numismatic collectors. In addition, the minting errors on some of the coins, such as misaligned dies or overstrikes, further increase the appeal of this coin among advanced collectors who specialize in error coins. Such errors, although not common, can make a coin worth several times more than its regular counterpart, depending on the nature of the mistake and how prominent it is on the coin's design. To sum up, the 1976 5 Pfennig coin with the F mint mark is an excellent example of a valuable German coin that has been growing in demand. As collectors continue to focus on coins from the post-World War II era, the value of this coin is expected to appreciate, especially in the coming years. Whether it's the coin's historical significance, its relatively low mintage, or its connection to the period of post-war recovery, this coin continues to capture the attention of numismatists around the world. For anyone interested in expanding their collection, this coin represents a rare opportunity to own a piece of Germany's economic history. The Finland 5 Euro Cents 2002 coin holds a special place in the hearts of coin collectors around the world. It's a part of Finland's Eurocoin series, which was introduced in 2002 when Finland joined the Eurozone. Finland's entry into the European Union and the euro currency system was a significant historical event, and the coins produced in this period became key pieces in the international numismatic market. But what makes the 5 Euro Cents 2002 in very fine condition so particularly valuable? First, let's talk about its historical context. The introduction of the euro in 2002 marked a major shift in Europe's economic landscape. Finland, being one of the original 12 member countries that adopted the euro, saw its old Finnish marka phased out and replaced by the euro. As part of this transition, the Finnish mint began producing euro coins with designs that highlighted Finland's rich history, culture, and natural beauty. The 5 Euro Cents 2002 coin was one of the first coins produced under the new currency, and its design features elements that represent Finland's deep ties to nature, as well as the nation's place within the Eurozone. The coin's design is simple yet striking. The reverse side of the coin features a distinctive image of the Finnish national heraldic animal, the lion. This lion is positioned on a stylized map of Finland, with the image reflecting the country's connection to both its heritage and the Eurozone. The obverse side of the coin features the European Union's 12 stars, symbolizing unity among the member states at the time of the euro's adoption. Now, let's talk about the coin's value in today's market. The Finland 5 Euro Cents 2002 coin is highly sought after in very fine condition due to its relative rarity in that grade. While millions of these coins were minted in 2002, finding one in excellent condition, with minimal wear and without any significant damage, is quite a challenge. Coins that are in very fine condition, with clear details and minimal scratches, can fetch auction prices well over $10,000. Why such a high value? The answer lies in the coin's scarcity, especially in excellent condition, as many of the coins produced were circulated extensively and worn down over time. Collectors are drawn to this coin not just because of its historical significance and beautiful design, but also due to its minting errors and the relatively small number of these coins that were preserved in very fine condition. The rarity of the coin, combined with its demand, has propelled its value into the thousands. Moreover, the popularity of Finnish coins among collectors, especially those related to the euro transition, has ensured that this coin remains highly prized in auctions. It's not uncommon to see this coin fetching prices close to $15,000, depending on the quality and specific auction circumstances. What about errors and variations? Like many coins, the Finland 5 Euro Cents 2002 is also subject to various minting errors. Some of these coins exhibit slight variations in the design, such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double strikes, which make them even more appealing to collectors. Coins with errors are often seen as more valuable due to their rarity. An error coin from this series could easily see its auction price jump even higher, depending on the type and severity of the error. Collectors also look for this coin in higher grades because of its potential for appreciation over time. As more collectors are drawn to this coin, especially as Finland celebrates more milestones in its euro history, the demand will likely increase, driving up prices further. Investing in coins like the Finland 5 Euro Cents 2002 in very fine condition can yield significant returns in the long term, particularly as fewer and fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. Next, let's turn our attention to another highly valuable coin, the Belgium 5 Euro Cents 2005. This coin, in circulated fine condition, also holds an immense value on the auction market, with prices reaching as high as $15,000 under the right circumstances. How can a coin in relatively average condition command such a high price? To understand this, we need to explore the coin's historical significance, design features, and the collector interest that has driven its price to remarkable levels. The Belgium 5 Euro Cents 2005 coin was part of a larger set of euro coins that were introduced across Europe as part of the introduction of the euro currency in 2002. Belgium, as a member of the European Union, participated in the issuance of euro coins, and the 5 euro cents coin in particular featured the classic design elements that would become a hallmark of the euro currency. On the obverse, the coin features a portrait of King Albert II of Belgium, one of the most prominent figures in Belgian history. The reverse side shows the 5 euro cents denomination, along with the map of Europe, a design that resonates with the unifying concept of the euro. While many coins in the euro series have remained largely affordable, certain issues, such as the Belgium 5 euro cents 2005, have taken on a level of desirability that has driven their market prices into the six-figure range. The high value of this particular coin stems from several factors. First, the mintage numbers for this coin are relatively low compared to other coins in the Euro series. The Belgium Mint produced only a limited number of these coins, and when they were released into circulation, they were primarily used for everyday transactions. However, over time, the demand for collector coins has grown significantly, especially for those coins that were produced in smaller quantities or have notable design characteristics. In terms of design features, this coin is relatively simple, yet elegant. The portrait of King Albert II represents Belgium's long-standing monarchy, and the euro coin design reflects the unity and cooperation of European countries in adopting a single currency. However, it's not the design alone that makes this coin so valuable. It's the scarcity and collector demand. Many collectors are particularly interested in coins that were produced during the early years of the euro currency's introduction, and this coin is often considered one of the more significant issues from Belgium in the Euro series. What sets this coin apart from other 5 euro cents coins is its specific condition and the unique characteristics of individual examples. Coins in fine condition are generally not considered rare in the grand scheme of coin collecting. However, the 2005 Belgium 5 euro cents coin has become a focal point for collectors interested in early euro issues. With only a small number of these coins still in circulation or available in pristine condition, they have become highly sought after. Collectors interested in mint errors or unique features have also made this coin a target for high-value auctions. For instance, certain coins in the set exhibited errors during the minting process, such as incorrect inscriptions or misalignments. These errors have only added to the coin's value, as they are highly prized by numismatists looking for rare and distinctive examples. When this coin appears at auction, it often attracts competitive bidding, with prices reaching well above the original face value due to the rarity and collector interest. Some examples have sold for up to $15,000, which may seem astronomical for a coin of this denomination. However, the combination of its low mintage, historical significance, and the desirability of early euro coins has made it one of the most valuable coins in the market today. Next, we'll be looking at today is the Trinidad and Tobago 5 cents 1984 Greater Bird of Paradise. This particular coin, even in its dirty condition, has become one of the most highly sought-after coins in the Caribbean. It has managed to capture the imagination of coin collectors and investors alike, commanding staggering amounts at auction, up to $10,000, and sometimes even higher. But what makes this coin so special, and why does it hold such value? Let's begin with the historical context behind this beautiful coin. Trinidad and Tobago, an island nation in the Caribbean, is known for its rich culture, tropical landscapes, and diverse wildlife. The Greater Bird of Paradise, one of the most iconic species found on the island, was featured on this 1984 coin as part of a series of wildlife-themed issues. The coin was minted to highlight the stunning biodiversity of the country and raise awareness about the preservation of its natural habitats. The 5 cents coin was released as part of the country's broader effort to showcase its national treasures in the form of coinage. Now, let's talk about the design. The coin features a vibrant depiction of the greater bird of paradise, with its striking plumage in full display. The bird is shown in mid-flight, and the detail on the feathers is exquisite, capturing the elegance and grace of this exotic creature. The reverse of the coin features a detailed rendering of the country's coat of arms, accompanied by the words Trinidad and Tobago. The obverse displays Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, as was standard for coins minted in the Caribbean during this period. The coin is made of copper nickel, which gives it a solid, reliable feel, even though it's relatively small in size. What makes this coin even more intriguing is its status as an error coin. The most sought-after versions of this 1984 5 cents coin feature a significant die error, where the bird's image was imprinted slightly off-center, leading to an imperfection in the design. While this error may seem like a minor mistake, to collectors it's a major point of interest. Error coins, especially those from more modern issues, are highly collectible, as they are seen as rare anomalies in the minting process. This error is particularly valuable because of the limited number of pieces that were minted with the off-center design. As far as mintage goes, only a small number of these coins were ever produced, and fewer still have survived in good enough condition to make their way into collectors' hands. The fact that this coin is still available in circulation today, even in dirty condition, adds to its allure. Many of the remaining coins have been damaged through years of use, making those in excellent condition even more valuable. So, why has this coin reached such high values? The answer lies in the rarity, historical significance, and collector interest in the Trinidad and Tobago 5 cents 1984 Greater Bird of Paradise. The combination of limited mintage, the unique die error, and the connection to the island's rich natural heritage makes this coin a treasure for collectors worldwide. Despite its dirty condition, which might make some collectors hesitate, the coin's appeal only grows as more people realize the rarity of this specific version. In auction markets, it's not uncommon to see this coin fetch prices upwards of $18,000, with pristine examples, especially those with the die error, commanding much higher figures. Collectors are particularly drawn to this coin for its historical significance and its representation of the country's national identity. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of Trinidad and Tobago's cultural heritage, a reminder of the beauty and fragility of the world's wildlife. Even though this coin is considered to be in a dirty condition, the value remains sky-high because of the rarity and the desire for a piece of history that so few people will ever own. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this exploration of these two incredible coins both informative and exciting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more detailed insights into valuable coins from around the world.